El Chapo just got snitched by his wife. She was a beauty queen. He was the boss of the world's most powerful drug cartel. Together, El Chapo and Emma Coronel Aispuro ruled the criminal underworld with an iron fist. But behind the scenes, Emma played a far more dangerous game than anyone could have imagined. How did this ordinary woman help her husband become the most feared man on the planet? And what secrets did she keep that could bring his empire crashing down? Find out in this shocking true crime story, the tale of El Chapo and the beauty queen who helped him rule the world. Let's begin.
Lo que pedimos es que lo atiendan y que pues apliquen los derechos humanos con él.
Joaquin Archivaldo Guzman Loera, often known as El Chapo, was a Mexican drug lord and a former leader inside the Sinaloa Cartel, which is an international criminal organization. He is now serving life in prison for his crimes. It is generally agreed that he was one of the most influential drug traffickers in the planet's history. Guzman was reared in a poor agricultural family in the state of Sinaloa, where he was born. He was subjected to physical abuse at the hands of his father, who also introduced him to the drug trade by having him assist his father in the cultivation of marijuana for the benefit of local dealers while he was in his early 20s. In the late 1970s, Guzman started collaborating with Hector Luis Palma Salazar, who was at the time one of the most powerful drug lords in the country. He was of assistance to Salazar in the process of mapping out routes for the transportation of narcotics via Sinaloa and into the United States. From there, he built his empire, and now he is the most dangerous criminal, but not without Emma Coronel Aispiro's help.
She's part of the whole cartel life. She's been in it all of her life. Her family's involved with the cartel. She's cartel royalty.
The stunning beauty queen wife of Mexico's most renowned drug trafficker had last been seen in public as a blonde, with her hair flowing down her bare back in a gorgeous white lace wedding dress that she modeled for Mexican designer Benito Santos on Instagram. In another picture, she can be seen modeling a hip-hugging purple gown with sparkling embellishments. Coronel Aispuro was put into a more serious appearance as she prepared to rat on high-ranking members of the Sinaloa cartel, including her stepsons. She was forced to wear drab prison greens, and her pouty lips were devoid of scarlet lipstick. According to the source, Emma is interested in moving to the United States to get away from the violence and fulfill a long-held dream of hers to do so. She has dual citizenship in both the U.S. and Mexico because she was born in California.
Y pues necesito que ellas estén donde yo estoy.
At the beginning of this week, Coronel Aispuro, who is 31 years old, handed herself into the police in Washington. If she is found guilty of drug trafficking charges, she may spend more than 10 years behind bars. According to the court documents, she is also accused of assisting Guzman in evading capture. At the same time, he was being held in a maximum security prison in Mexico in the year 2015 and of assisting in the planning of a second escape attempt before Guzman's extradition to the United States in the year 2017. According to a reliable source, her stepsons, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, age 30, Ivan Archivaldo Guzman, age 37, Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar, age 34, and Joaquin Guzman Lopez, whose age is unknown, are now in charge of running the drug cartel that was the subject of an exclusive report in the Post at the time. She was being investigated by the federal government for her role in helping run the cartel. The aspiring model and former journalism student has accumulated close to 600,000 followers on Instagram throughout their journey. Shortly after Guzman was sentenced to life in federal prison with the highest possible level of security in Colorado in July 2019, she began posting glamorous photographs of herself wearing low-cut blouses and chandelier diamond earrings on Instagram. She also shared stories on Instagram about her luxurious vacation in Venice. There were recordings of people eating supper while gazing out over the canals while riding in gondolas. In one video, the woman was seen drinking 2 glasses of white wine at a restaurant while with outside seating. However, it was unclear if she was on a date. Previous photographs that were shared to her social media sites at the time that her husband was on trial showed the brunette wearing tiny bikinis on windswept beaches. Others showed her standing among a collection of high-end sports vehicles as she wore slim jeans with stilettos and a Prada purse on each arm. Those video reports and images have both been removed after they were posted. Although it is not known whether or not the business endeavor was successful, Coronel Aispuro managed to retain a significant number of her followers. Many of these social media followers put love emojis next to images of Coronel Aispuro wearing a tight black leather jacket, a golden crown on her head, and enhanced red lips shortly after the news of her detention broke. Her supporters were shocked to learn that La Reynita, also known as the Tiny Queen, had been jailed. She had made a cameo appearance on the Season 2 premiere of VH1's Cartel crew.
That's the boat, right? That's her. She ain't come to play.
One of Emma's Instagram fans inquired, "Is it true that Emma is in jail?" And one of her other followers wondered, "Set the queen free," someone said. Coronel Aispuro, the mother of twin children Imali Guadalupe and Maria Joaquina, who are 9 years old, is being represented by a team of attorneys in Manhattan, led by attorney Jeffrey Lichtman, who previously defended her husband in the case.
She's at ease with her decision. This is obviously a difficult day. She didn't expect to get arrested after her husband received life in prison.
According to a person who spoke with the Post, she had already lined up her defense counsel before she hopped on a plane to give herself in. Her children's safety and continued presence in the United States are undoubtedly her deepest concern. Since a long time ago, she has said that she is unaware of her husband's involvement in the drug trade. An FBI agent who debriefed more than 100 members of the Sinaloa cartel said in court documents that Coronel was aware of multi-ton cocaine shipments, multi-kilo heroin manufacture, multi-ton marijuana shipments, and ton-quantity methamphetamine shipments. According to the court documents, after making visits to her husband when he was being held in Mexican jails, she spoke with his loyal subordinates and passed along messages. Damaso Lopez Nunez, the drug lord's longtime deputy, testified at Guzman's trial. In Brooklyn, that El Chapo called him not long after he was captured by Mexican Marines in February of 2014. Lopez said that his advisor had requested that he meet with the mother of the twins, which was a reference to Coronel. Although she was born in July 1989 in the general vicinity of San Francisco, Coronel Aispuro spent her formative years in a remote region in the northwest of Mexico that was surrounded by pine trees. Her father, Inez Coronel Barrera, was a notorious drug lord who worked with Guzman. He operated a cattle ranch in the area and was well known there. When the daughter was still a teenager, she was a competitor in a beauty competition that took place during the Coffee and Guava Festival in the hamlet of Canales in 2007, and Guzman was one of the judges for the event. Although the marriage was largely perceived as a tactic to strengthen Inez Coronel Barrera's status inside Guzman's Sinaloa cartel, Guzman fell in love with her on the spot when he was 50 years old. Inez Coronel Barreras had been Guzman's right-hand man for the previous decade. Since Guzman was extradited to the United States, the Sinaloa cartel has been run by the oldest of Guzman's 15 offspring, who are collectively referred to as Los Chapitos. Their territorial battle with the competing drug gang known as Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generacion grew especially bloody in 2019, resulting in the murders of almost 2,000 people. In October of that year, when Mexican police apprehended Ovidio Guzman Lopez, sometimes known as El Raton or the Mouse, they decided that the risk of violence was so great that they should let him go, so they released him. That's all for today. Let us know in the comment box what you all think about this video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.